So, first book of the Bible, Genesis 1:26, God says, let us create them in our image, in our likeness. So, right there, the foundation for politics, for human rights, for everything is that we are all, every person who walks this earth is made in the image of God. So that means when you suppress one vote because of the color of the voter's skin, you are throwing away Imago Dei, throwing away the image of God. And until we start thinking theologically, like you were just encouraging us to do, and it isn't just politics. The North Carolina court decision on the new voting ID rules in North Carolina, the court language, not Sojourners, court language said, these are surgically targeted at African American voters. So this is an offense to God and the holiness of God, who made us in God's image. So as I said in America's Original Sin, it wasn't just slavery that was our original sin. There were other slaveries. Greeks were slaves. You lose a war, you're a slave, right? But the Greek slaves tutored the Roman elite children. Nobody put them on auction blocks. It was, I'm a Christian, but it was the Christians, British and American, who said, well, we can't do what we're doing to indigenous people or kidnapped Africans. We can't do what we're doing to them if they are people made in the image of God. So let's just say they weren't. Some people are more valuable than other people. So as Brian Stevenson says, slavery never ended, it just evolved. Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, mass incarceration. And so these have to be seen as issues about the nature of God, the holiness of God, to use your language, and whether we are children of God. And how we treat the other children of God is what we owe to God, and not just where we side politically. And things then remind us, like when they took the kids, you mentioned the kids, I was really struck by how many, we organized vigils around the country when they stripped the kids from their migrant parents. And all the young couples, young white couples, who came out to those marches with their kids. Now normally you're gonna go to a demonstration, you get some child care for your kids, and you go and they brought their kids, little babies, and I thought they were kind of trying to say, wait a minute, those kids are our kids too. Those kids are our kids too. And so there was a remembering for a moment. For a moment, what you believe, and then go back to being a good Christian, where it's just more of a cultural thing that we do with values that don't question our way of life. But there are moments that can wake us to what we really say we believe. This could be one of those moments, but moments, as you were suggesting, moments have to lead to movements. Moments aren't enough. Moments have to lead to movements, and when that happens, people of faith have been at the core of social movements throughout history: abolition, women's suffrage, civil rights, ending apartheid in South Africa, on and on and on. So the book talks about how these moments have to create movements. We can't just go back to leading our predictable, safe Christian lives.